What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Had a great question this morning from my man Carlito. He asked me, how many rounds, how many minutes per round, and how do I prepare for my first upcoming amateur boxing bout? And moving forward, what changes should I expect? So, there are some vast differences in the structure between amateur and professional boxing, and I'll break it down for you nice and simple. So, in professional boxing, being the simplest to explain, everyone starts out, male or female, at four rounds. Males go up to 12 rounds. Females go up to 10 rounds, championship level bouts. 2 minutes a round for females, 3 minutes a round for males. That's that. Simple, easy to understand. By the time you get to that point, you already know what you're doing anyway. But I'm just breaking it down for the new guys. Now, on the amateur level, there are more variables and more subcategories because they match you up by age, weight, and experience, as opposed to professional boxing where it's just weight and that's it. I mean, experience to an extent, but you're going to see a lot more lopsided matches in professional boxing. So now in amateur boxing, they kind of match make a little more precisely. They try to anyway. So in the top tier level of amateur boxing, like the Olympic level, stuff like that, men box 4 3-minute rounds, women box 4 2-minute rounds. That's kind of similar to entry-level pro box as far as the structure. But when you start going down into junior categories and novice categories and pee-wee and stuff like that, it could be 1-minute rounds, 1.5-minute rounds, and 2-minute rounds for male and female, depending on. So this is important. Go to usaboxing.org because every so often they do make little adjustments. Every new year, the rule book comes out, and you just got to look for those little changes. Get familiar with that. Definitely in your area, I want you to get cool with whoever the USA Boxing representative is in your region. Get to know them, pick their brain, ask questions so you can prepare for upcoming changes or just be, in tune with what's going on so you're not that guy showing up to the fight confused or just misinformed and you setting yourself up for failure. Now, getting on to the preparation side of it. A lot of boxing gyms in general just have their timer set at 3-minute rounds. It's, to me, extremely important that when you're competing, once you find out how many minutes your rounds are going to be, depending on your category, you spar for that exact duration of time. Sometimes you could train longer rounds here and there, this and that, although I think as you get closer to fight time especially, it's extremely important that you have that mental clock dialed in. So if you're fighting, say, you're fighting 1.5-minute rounds and you're sparring 3-minute rounds, you might spar at a slower pace and not bring the right level of energy to the fight. You know what I'm saying? So like you're over there basically trotting and coasting, acting like you're running a marathon when really you should be in a sprint, So you should be sprinting, you know what I'm saying, as far as your pace. So keep that in mind. They give you that 10-second warning right before the end of the round. That's when people tend to try to steal the round. So like if you're not in tune with the timing of the round and when to step it up and when to fall back and stuff like that. I mean, listen, some people just come out the gate swinging for the fences from the jump and do that until they gas out. But if you want to have a little structure, you want to, be tactical with conserving your energy, be economically efficient with conserving your energy, but still get the most out of these rounds, you got to be in tune with how long you're fighting. That's going to tell you everything about, because you know yourself. You know when you gas out. You know how hard you can go before you gas out once you get to a certain point. So you're going to want to be, again, very tactical and economically efficient with how you pace yourself. And if you're training on a totally different time scenario than what you're going to be fighting in, you're going to be all confused when it comes fight time, and you're not going to perform at your best, and it's definitely going to be a hindrance. So again, make sure you train for the amount of duration that you'll be fighting. Get that mental clock set in so that you already know, because I've been around this shit forever. So me and my other OG guys and stuff, we be in the gym. The time, we don't even look at the time at half the time, and we already know at what point we're in the round. Not always, but more times than not, we got an internal clock. We know right before the bell rings, or we know when 10 seconds is coming. After a while, years and years and years, you just get the feel for it. And the sooner you embed that in your brain, the better. So anyway, I hope you found this informative. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check out my Instagram, coach.v_. And also start messaging me on my Instagram, because I got a few spots left for that new program that's finally coming out. Took a little while, but it's here now. Anyway, we up out of here. Coach V, till the next time. Out.